Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As I said before, from this video on, I'm gonna introduce you to some philosophies of Tao Yuanming instead of his countryside lifestyle. So the first poem I'm introducing you today is called Substance, Shadow and Spirit. This is a very special series of poems because it's a conversation between the substance, shadow and spirit. Today I'm gonna introduce you the introduction part and the substance speaking to the shadow. High and low, wise and simple, all busily hoard up the moments of life. How greatly they are! Therefore I have to expose to the uttermost the bitterness both of substance and shadow, and have made spirit show how by following nature we may dissolve the bitterness. Substance speaks to shadow. Heaven and earth exist forever, mountains and rivers never change. But herbs and trees in perpetual rotation are renovated and withered by the dews and frosts. And man the wise, man the divine, shall he alone escape this law? Fortuitously appearing for a moment in the world, he suddenly departs, never to return. How can we know that the friends he has left are missing him and thinking of him? Only the things that he used remain. They look upon them and their tears flow. Me no magical arts can save, though you may hope for a wizard's aid. I beg you listen to this advice. When you can get wine, be sure to drink it. Now the original Chinese text. 形影神三首，贵贱咸鱼莫不盈盈以牺牲，思甚祸焉，故及晨行影之苦，言神变自然以示之。好事君子，共取其心焉。行赠影，山地常不没，山川无改时，草木得常理，霜露荣翠枝。为人最灵智，独妇不如兹。事见在世中，掩去迷归期。夕觉无一人，亲时起相思。但于平生物，举目情妻耳。我无藤画树，避而不复矣。愿君取无言，得久莫苟辞。Let's begin with a new chapter of Tao Yuanming's poems with this series of the 3 poems called Substance, Shadow, and Spirit. They were written in a very intriguing format of the substance, shadow, and spirit having a conversation and expressing their understandings of the meanings of life and mainly their complaints of life. Today's poem is the monologue of the substance. Now the word substance in Chinese is 形, which refers to the physical body and can also be understood as the materialistic aspect of life, the external world, and its interaction with our physical body. Speaking of the physical body, what do you think would be its biggest wish? Longevity and safety, probably. The body wants to stay healthy and intact for as long as it can. So in this poem, the substance begins with lamenting that the heaven and earth exist forever, mountains and rivers never change, but herbs and trees in perpetual rotation are renovated and withered by the dews and frosts. It begins with the analogy that the physical substance is like beings in nature that exist in the cycle of life and death. And man the wise, man the divine, shall he alone escape this law? Even when human beings often self-proclaim themselves as the rulers of the world or superior than other beings, they cannot escape from this law. You see here, Tao Yuanming puts humans not special, but actually in essence equal with the other existence in the face of life and death. This sentiment coming out of this point sounds quite pessimistic when he goes on to describe a world after the disappearance of the substance. Fortuitously appearing for a moment in the world, he suddenly departs, never to return. How can he know that the friends he has left are missing him and thinking of him? After death, nothing is left of the substance, which is why the conclusion of the physical body is, when you can get wine, be sure to drink it. Carpe diem, or seize the day while you can, because you only live once, and once you're dead, you will not be able to enjoy the physical world ever again. I guess this is a very common message that are shared among young people today in the modern world. This is very true, and after all, this is indeed what many people could identify with. The fact that human beings are the same with the other substance or existence in nature, in that the physical beings all go through this cycle of life and death, no matter how the length of each cycle is a very awakening fact. Living this philosophy makes you realize just how precious the present moment is. The interesting trick here is that the poem is not finished here. The poet separates a person into substance, shadow, and spirit. So what do shadow and spirit have to say about this way of understanding the meaning of life? What's their perspective in looking at the world? Let's find out together in the next videos.